Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of our Biz Thrive Snap interviews, where we're showcasing small business owners so they can thrive today, tomorrow, and in the future. And today I'm talking to Quinn Barrett. How are you, Quinn?
I'm doing great. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
I am happy you are here too. And based on our precursor conversation, I'm really excited about talking about your business. But before we do, I actually want you to show the shirt you're wearing. Um,
Okay.
and now everybody, it ties directly to one of her businesses. But check this out. It says,
So this is the
let
shirt I wear whenever I teach, whenever I do an event. Partly because I really just want to wear t-shirts and jeans the rest of my life, but it says intuition. I don't know why I know. I just know that I know.
that's awesome. That is awesome, awesome. And I don't blame you. I do too. I do too. I just want to be able to breathe,
Mhm.
and not put high heels on.
Uh, I think you're a girly girl. I think you like getting dressed up.
I do, but this is nice too. I'm in bare feet at the moment. Anyway, this is about you. So
Okay.
tell us about your business and or businesses, and
Mhm.
what we need to know about them.
Well, first and foremost, I am a meditation teacher and I also teach intuitive development. Everything's under my brand, quinnbarrett.com. You can find everything. But my company name is Wise Bear Media. And I have a series of different events and tools that I make available for meditation and personal intuitive development. And so the main one I want to talk about today, because I just launched 2 books, is called Intuition Daily. The subtitle is Living Your Life in Balance. And it is a meditation book. And I have created what I believe is a new system for meditation, because 85% of people who try meditation don't stick with it. Or even people who meditate regularly, they wait till they get together with a group and they don't do it in their own practice.
Ah.
So I created a system because we know that meditation is good for us, but we
Hmm.
don't know why, right in the moment. We can see it trending or long term, but I want to give people an aha moment so that when they meditate with this system, even if it's in a public place, they're getting some feedback from themselves.
Nice. Very well. I have one question based on what you had opened up with saying, and that is so people can build on their intuition.
Hmm.
So one can learn to tap into their intuition more than and or better than they're doing today.
Absolutely. I mean, even historically, the lineage of Eastern meditation and yoga practices are all built around clarity
Hmm.
and intuition. I like to say that I think, we use mindfulness all the time and it's become kind of a catch-all
Hmm.
for meditation, but we don't always know what that means. I believe intuition is the new mindfulness, but I still think what intuition is, it's attentive meditation.
Yes.
So when we're in sync, we have clarity. So it's constant act of putting ourselves in balance.
Right.
We know if we have fear, we know if we have anxiety, we're out of balance. So we
Hmm.
have to go to those things that put us into balance. Then we can be in motion. The motion with combined with the clarity allows us to make better choices, better decisions, internally for the rest of our family, whatever. And that brings a sense of peace and well-being. That's really what we're going for in any meditation practice.
Which we can really use right now, which we can
Right,
all use some peace and some
right.
calm and some balance for sure. So
Mhm.
tell us about, you mentioned the 2 books that you
Mhm.
just published. So tell us a
Right.
little bit about that. But also, I'd like to know and get an idea of the system. You call it a system
Sure.
for that type of intuitive meditation.
Sure. It's a little more complex for a Snapchat, but I'll give you a quick 50,000-foot overview. The 2 books, there's a volume 1, volume 2, and the way that I teach people how to do an attentive meditation, because there's many, many forms of meditation. Some is silent, some is this, some is guided. But what I'm saying is when you look around at the world, it's like a living, breathing oracle card. And the things that cue us, that resonate with us, that's intuitive information. Intuitive information puts us in balance. It gives us a feeling of like, oh, that feels good. That feels good in my body. So what I do is I give training wheels through Intuition Daily, and you can go to intuitiondaily.com, and the interactive books are there for free. And I set up and I curated all this information. So the way that I train people how to develop what I call your own soul language is through words, colors, numbers, and images. That's it. It's like I like to say I teach intuitive kindergarten. You can paint. That's still intuitive information. You can get a group of 25 people and I can put an image up on display and I say, okay, we're going to look at this picture. We're going to look for any words, colors, numbers, and images. Everybody will have a completely different experience of it. There may be some similarities, but not. But that is attentive meditation. I'm not trying to create a new world of, psychics and, fortune tellers and tarot, because frankly, I don't think that's particularly useful. Because even if somebody could tell you 100% exactly what you should do, and they're 100% right, you still have choice. Mm-hmm. And most people won't believe it and will block them.
Right.
So the answers have to come from you. And how do we do that? Meditation.
That is sweet. And for someone who's extremely visual, I immediately went into a meditative state because I'm like, numbers and images and words, because I am that visual that I just went right there. That I'm serious. That is sweet. And I can definitely see the power behind that.
Right. But it is a practice, just like regular guided meditation is a practice. Right. You have to do it a few times so that it becomes familiar. You feel like you know yourself, you trust yourself, and then it becomes easy. You don't need the training wheels anymore because you can do it anywhere.
Yeah. And I love the whole training wheels thing. Mm-hmm. That is, I mean, what a great analogy in regards to kind of what it is that you're trying to lead them into really learning and disciplining them within themselves.
Right. It's the gateway that would open them up to want to pursue a more formal practice, potentially. Right. But if not, you're still doing something is better than nothing.
Well, absolutely, especially from a meditative, quiet, still, reflective, learning about yourself. Right. And intuition, I mean, we've always heard it, especially women, how intuition is a key guide if we can tap into it. And I can definitely see, how this would be powerful.
Do you meditate at all, Bernadette?
I do, every morning.
So the benefits.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And what if you could take that to the next level and say, okay, I want to process this information so I can get more directed feedback right now.
Absolutely.
So it's just an add-on to your meditation that you already have.
Right. That is so cool. That is so cool. All right. And who has been kind of drawn as, clients to you? I know you say even your meditation books are free out on intuitiondaily.com, but right. Who, what type of clients are being drawn to this?
Well, I'm a teacher primarily. And so some of my teaching, like you, what you're doing here is being in service to something bigger than yourself.
Right.
Making this platform available to lots of people. So I do a similar thing through Busy Life Meditation. I can't do it right now, but I go into public places like libraries, which are free. They're free for me to teach in there and they're free to the public. And I go in and I walk them through the steps. And my only goal is if I show you how to do this, is you pay it forward and you show other people how to do this. That's how we change the world. Everybody doing their own inner work.
No, I love that. I love that. Talk about a servant leader. I absolutely, and I'll call you a servant influencer as well. Yeah, I absolutely love that. And I can only imagine, and we've already talked about it. However, if there's anything additionally you want to add to the benefits that, someone that goes and, walks through that and learns that and then embeds that, what are the benefits to their lives as a result of learning this discipline?
I mean, it crosses all sorts of boundaries. I like to say that, when we're looking at a meditation, we have to focus on the essence of our request. And I've done this for so many years and so long, it usually comes down to love, money, and well-being. And there's different subcategories. It affects every aspect of that life, whether it's relationship, whether it's an intimate relationship, whether it's your work, your career, whether it's your mental, emotional well-being, as we talked about during the pandemic, your creativity, your joy. it's the key that unlocks this door that puts light out into the world. And when you have that light in the world, you're magnetized. People come to you. People, all these things, these synchronicities begin to happen.
Right.
That to me is the real power of meditation, is that all these things start coming to you and you didn't even know why. Well, it's because you're meditating. You're in balance. Your light is out there. People are drawn to that.
And wouldn't you say that doing that and tapping into kind of your being, it's also you're building self-trust in yourself to where, when you go to make a decision or when you go to consider a opportunity or a problem, you're building trust in yourself because you're tapping into who you truly are, what you want, what you don't want, and therefore you can feel more secure in yourself.
Absolutely.
That you're being guided in that direction.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the process right now of I came down to California, been staying with friends, and I'm about to go and sign my own lease at my new place today. And there's this part of me, because of the uncertainty in the world, that I have to constantly rebalance myself and ground myself. Remember the things that cued me to say, these are, no, this is the right place, this is it. But because our world is so out of balance, it affects all of us. Our collective energy is throwing us all off.
Yep.
So that's why the practice becomes important, because I can sit here and think, if I ground myself with these words, colors, numbers, and images, one, or two, the feeling I had when I was talking to the people I'm going to be signing the agreement with, then it takes me back to balance. It's so easy to get in a place of anxiety, fear.
Absolutely.
And not to trivialize that, but there's ways to at least minimize it and long-term dissolve it, unless it's, some other chemically related things that,
Yeah. That you need more. You need to go beyond that.
Right.
But it is. I mean, learning to meditate, definitely can unlock a great deal of just opportunity for peace and calm.
Miracles.
For sure. Miracles. I love that. Miracles. Yes. And we all want miracles in our lives.
Yeah, we have to redefine what a miracle is. A miracle is not just this big epic thing.
Yeah.
It can be that.
Yeah.
Miracles happen to us every day. If people took the simple practice of asking for grace and synchronicity every day and then not attached to the outcome, just the little things you see. Mm-hmm. You're getting these little these little marks on the road that, oh, you're going in the right direction. Okay.
Yep. I absolutely, love it. Love it. Now you mentioned, and I'm just curious, and it keeps bugging me in my head. You mentioned there's 2 books out there, 2 ebooks. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. What is the difference between the 2?
They are printed books on Amazon, and I'm going to have a digital version for that and then the interactive version.
Gotcha.
What it is that what I created is symbols and pictures and images that are different, because with guided meditation, when you do Headspace and stuff, they're wonderful, wonderful platforms. I don't want to say anything bad about them. But people, after you do guided meditation and hear the same one over and over again, it gets boring. It does. And that's one of the things that causes people, like, I've heard it before, and then becomes passive. So my plan is to create a series of workbooks on that have different content, different curated content. So that if you get bored with this, I've seen this picture before, maybe I'm, tracking it a different way, that you have new books, like, maybe every year, every twice a year, so that you have new content you can focus on. So it retrains your mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And it builds upon and opens it up and continues to enrich it. And I love this. All right. So where can folks reach you? Where can you didn't mention Amazon, but where can they, and you mentioned and if you would repeat your websites where they can go.
QuinnBarrett.com has links to all of my sites. Some of them are not currently active right now because of the pandemic, but it will take you to Intuition Daily, which is the interactive books. It will take you to Busy Life Meditation, which I will be starting up again. And probably will be doing Zoom classes on as well. But I really want to get back and teach, in front of people. That's the best.
Yeah.
And so that's the best way. QuinnBarrett.com and intuitiondaily.com.
Awesome. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, I'm going out there as soon as we're done here, because I'm always looking for ways to up-level any aspect of my life, including my meditation. So yes, that's awesome. And yes, please, everybody, QuinnBarrett.com. And Quinn, thank you so much for sharing. This has been
Thank you.
awesome.
Yeah, it's great. I appreciate it.
You are so welcome. And for everybody, stay tuned for another episode of our Biz Thrive Snaps real soon. And if you have a small business that you want to showcase so you can thrive today, tomorrow, and in the future, please reach out to me directly, Bernadette Boas at ballofireinc.com. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.